welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hey, how you doing? My name is Ash. I am a makeup artist and a book lover, and today's video is going to be all about the NYX Cosmetics and Beetlejuice collection. When this was teased, I was so excited for it because I'm such a huge fan of Beetlejuice, and I just knew I had to have this. So I bought this myself. NYX Cosmetics does not know who I am. I wish they did, but I was super excited for this. So I have the entire collection. I'm going to show you swatches. I have a tutorial and my thoughts all coming up. But first thing I want to do is go over the swatches and then we'll get into the makeup. So one of the items in here are the Dead Cold under eye patches. These are reusable eye patches that you can throw in the fridge or cold water and put on your under eye to help with things. I think the fact that these are reusable is really great. It's very sustainable, so I'm happy with that. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to. And then you have the Shrinker makeup sponge and case. So you have this beautiful green sponge and a little travel case that says, "Hello, my name is Bob." I am a big fan of this. Very cute. And then there is the Beetlejuice gloss. I think the packaging on this is really cute. Like the outer packaging, the whole component of it is not as cute. This is a really light gloss. It's not sticky, it's not heavy, and it has a slight orangish color to it. It's really beautiful. And then there are 4 Sandworm Swirl lip glosses. These are so cute, but they do not have actual names. So you're just gonna see swatches of each shade. So you have a more pink and green, a more purple and red, or more green and purple, and my favorite, the black and white. I think that this is my favorite in this collection just because I love the swirl aspect of it. And then there are 3 pinstripe duo liners. So you have pink chrome, purple chrome, and green chrome. I don't think in my clips I could show the shift very well on these, but they do have a shifty nature to them. So these are double-sided, so one side is the pencil and one side is the liquid liner. All 3 of these have a black liquid liner. There's no color difference in that aspect. And then there is a little blush palette. This is the Passport cheek palette. It is so pretty. So you have 2 matte blushes and a more shimmery, we can call it a blush, but you have a purple, an orange, and a red, and these are gorgeous. Hopefully the swatches do them justice. And last but not least is the eyeshadow palette. This is Color for the Recently Deceased. There are 8 shades in here, so not too many. So you have a white shade, The Great Beyond, a silver shade, Pearly Gates, a taupey shade, Shrinker, and you have the green shimmer, which is Afterlife. You have a pinkish purple shimmer, which is Goal Squad. You have a matte purpley pink, which is Bioexism. You have this beautiful blue shimmer called Winter River, and this beautiful shimmery matte called Nightmare Material. I will say I used every shade in this palette but the blue one because it didn't really tie into the look I had planned today. So that is everything in this collection. Let's just go ahead and jump into me doing the makeup. And at the end, I'll do a wrap up of my final thoughts and opinions on the entire NYX and Beetlejuice collection. Alright, I hope that I'm in focus as I'm filming this portion because I don't have my glasses on and everything just looks slightly blurry. But I have my base makeup done. I'm going to be trying out the little blush palette here, which is so cute. I kind of don't know what I want to do with my eyes, but this is the palette. I do want to throw on this gloss. This is the Beetle Gloss, and it's in Pomegranate Clouds. It has a little bit of a tint to it, but I'm going to use this as just like a base just to kind of hydrate my lips because they're a little bit dry, but it is a nice like light color and it smells really good. So I don't know what blush I want to play with. I'm kind of drawn to like this one. I'm not gonna play with the orange today. I think I'm gonna mix these two. Do this more like on the apple and this like further back. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with this top shade. It's a really pretty purple, and I'm going to start just building this right in here. This is actually playing very well with my highlighter since I have a purple tint to it. Look. It's a little much, a little bit on my nose, but I think I can make it work. I don't mind being like super blushy regardless. I will clean it up though, but I'm gonna go in with a bigger brush, which I like using smaller brushes in palettes like this just because they fit better. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this deeper shade, just so pretty. I'm going to stamp this back and up. Ooh, I love that. I almost wish I would have done just that shade. A little bit more on my nose. I like that blush. I do think the little sponge action, just to tone down just right in here. I quite like this. It's very cute. Now I'm going to try out the eye palette, which is what I'm most excited for. So I'm going to quickly prime my eyes with my Anastasia eye primer, zoom you in, and then get started with some sort of makeup look. Alright, I'm going to start with the shade Shrinker here, which is just one of the only mattes in here. And I have a Moda Pro crease brush. I kind of don't know what I want to do with my eye look, but I also kind of want to be simple with it. But also, I just don't know. I don't really want to wear lashes today. I'm just going to build up this shade in my crease. So far, this is a really great cool tone, like transition shade. I could probably also use this as like a face contour. It's that type of cool. But I think that this is going to be a great shade if you want like the Burton-esque, like Tim Burton style makeup. I think this is a good shade for that. So I'm going to also take this all the way up right in here. I'm going to go into the shade Bioexism, which is this other matte shade. There's only 3 mattes in here, which isn't like a horrible thing, but I feel like they could have did like 1 or 2 more mattes. But I'm loading this up on a old ColourPop brush, and I'm going to focus this starting on my lower lash line. It does kind of give more pink than purple. I really like that shade. I'm actually going to take a little bit of it and just right on the outer corner here. I'm just going to build this up on the outer corner and kind of do like a C shape, and go back in with Shrinker and also put that in the outer corner. I'm going with this more flat brush. It's from Morphe NJS from years ago, and I'm going to go into the white shade here called The Great Beyond. I'm first going to pop this on my brow bone. I'm also going to pop it on my inner corner. I'm going to take a little bit of that white and put it just on the beginning part of my lid. I am going to take the shade Afterlife here, which is this beautiful green, and I'm going to use it as more like a toppery shade. I'm going to try to use this with just my finger and just, ooh, I love that. And just pop it on my lid and just kind of scatter it. Ooh, I love that. I'm going to take this brush from Luna Beauty. It's the LBE5 brush. I'm going to probably make a mistake here. I'm going to go into the shade Nightmare Material down here. I'm going to pick up just a touch of it. It's a black with hollow shimmer in it, and I'm just going to use just the barest amount right on the outer corner. You technically, I guess, could use this shade as a matte because the shimmer kind of blends away. But I just want a little kiss of darkness. And go back in with that first shade with Shrinker and just kind of blend out this corner a bit. Just kind of blend right over that black shade because I'm not wanting it to be too harsh. And blend that into that green on the lid. A little bit more of that green. I'm going to take this Game Beauty EO8 brush. It's more like a pencil brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Ghoul Squad. And I'm going to focus this on my lower lash line. Just kind of stamp it right in here. Yeah, I'll do it all over. I really like that shimmer. I'm very happy with how this looks so far. I'm going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to go into the shade Pearly Gates here. Just a little bit of it. And I'm going to pop that more like in here. I like the white underneath, so I just want a little bit of this silver shade just to play next to that green. Ooh, and that actually looks really pretty mixed with the green. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of the Afterlife Forever and just kind of blend those two together. But ooh, I like that. So the only shade I didn't use was this blue one down here. I don't really know where I could tie that in with this look. I'm going to move on to the eyeliners. So these are actually really cool duochrome ones. You have a green, a blue, and a pink. I am going to use the pink today. I will say, I don't know if I'll mention this later on, the thing I dislike the most about this is all 3 of these have a black liner on the other end. I wish they would have done like different colored liners, but you have the pencil and then the liner on one side. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to try to put it in my waterline. I don't know how well the duochrome is going to reflect on camera. I'm just very bad at filming duochrome. I can't capture the shift, but this is such a pretty one. It's like pink and then like a goldish green. I love it. And I'm just going to do the babiest of baby wings. This liner is so good. So good. Last time I used the NYX liner, it did explode in my eye, so I'm not happy with that. But this one, so nice, so smooth. I do think I just want to wear mascara today, so I'm going to do that eventually. I'm going to wipe off this gloss because I want to try one of the swirl ones. These glosses are so pretty. I kind of want to go in with this one because it's the black and white one, and I think it's the prettiest one. It does make like a gray toned one, so maybe I'll save that for another one and go in with this one because it's like more pinky. But I am gonna line my lips with the Freck Makeout Club Nude Muse 02 liner just because it's more pink. Just a quick outline, and this gloss is so pretty. They're all so pretty. So here is the gloss. Probably not something I would typically wear for the day-to-day, but it's gorgeous. I'm going to hop off and finish up my eyes. If I don't like the mascara, I'll put on a lash, but as of right now, I don't want to wear false lashes today. So I will be right back to show you the finished look and to wrap up my thoughts on this collection. Alright, so here is the finished look. I actually really like how this came together. Is it my favorite look that I've done lately? No. Did I do this palette justice? I don't know, you tell me. But let me talk about what I finished on my eyes before I get into talking about this whole collection. So I ended up just going in with mascara. I used this little mini Tarte Big Ego mascara. I actually quite like this formula on it. It's actually really nice. It did what I needed it to do. And then I just took the liner that I used and I did little dots all around because I felt like it needed a little something extra, but I didn't want to do anything like graphic linery. I just wanted dots. That's kind of like my go-to. If I want something extra, I just do dots because it just adds a little more without being too complicated. But let's talk about this collection. I am pleasantly surprised with this collection. I think the packaging is done really well. I love the shape. When NYX did their Barbie collab, they had a similar size palette like this. I don't remember if it was for the blush or the palettes, but whichever. Similar size. I like the colors they chose for the pencils. I love the colors and the swirls and these glosses. It's gorgeous. Like, packaging just is, you know, 10 out of 10 on the packaging. So the only thing I didn't use were these reusable eye patches. I did not try those mainly because I forgot about those. So I will try those out in the future and I'll probably have an update, I don't know, maybe in the favorites video if I really like them. So for the sponge, I will say that I actually quite like the sponge. I've tried NYX sponges in the past and I wasn't too much of a fan of them, but this one worked pretty well. And I do like this little carrying case. I don't really travel all that much, but I always like having something like this for my sponges. So having something like this would actually come in handy. And the great thing about this is it's not just for this sponge. This will fit pretty much any sponge size, I think. The Beetlejuice gloss is actually really nice. It's comfortable. It's not very sticky. It's a thinner formula than these ones, but I like how simple it is. It's not a very in-your-face color, but there is pigment to it. And the smell of it, it just reminds me of something I had as a child, and I'm all about the nostalgia. But I really do like this one. As for the rest of the glosses, you would have seen swatches in the beginning. I really like the concept of these. I love the swirls. I know eventually that's gonna go away as you use this, but they're so pretty and I am just obsessed with these. This little blush palette is really pretty. I do wish I would have just gone in with this deeper red color, but overall I like how the blushes look on my face with my bronzer and highlighter. It just all meshes together very well. I will eventually try out this middle shade. I just didn't want to today because not only am I filming early in the morning, I also have to go to work later, and sometimes I don't want to look too crazy. Formula wise, is it the best blush I've ever used? No, but I really like the color, so I'm happy with that. For the duochrome liners, I really like the packaging on these. I think they're just so cute. I do kind of wish that the shifts on the chrome side were just a little more intense, but overall they perform very well. I have the pink in my waterline, but I feel like you can't really see the shift very well, so I'll be interested to try out these other two shades eventually. And then like I said before, the one downside is that there are 3 of these double-ended pens and they all 3 have the same black liquid liner. Isn't a bad thing if you are buying just one of these. Great, but if you wanted all 3 of these, you kind of get 3 black liners, and I kind of wish you would have just got, you know, multicolored liners. I think that would have been really fun. And the last thing is this palette. I adore this. The white in here is really great. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. Sometimes companies just can't do a solid white shade. This works. It actually shows up on my skin, so I can see myself using this quite often. I really like just pretty much all the tones. I wish I would have used the blue in here, but that will be in a future look. I'll try to play with this collection on either YouTube Shorts or IG Reels or TikTok or something, but I'm really happy with this. I do wish that there was 1 or 2 more mattes versus shimmers in here, but I'm not totally hating on it because you can kind of get away with using Nightmare material as a matte because the shimmer can kind of blend away. Overall, I like it. Do I think that this color story necessarily absolutely screams Beetlejuice. It's a yes and a no. I wish they had a matte green in here, like a matte neon green. I think that would have been great in here. Like I said, overall, it's solid. I'm into it. The quality of it doesn't seem too bad. I've had issues with NYX palettes in the past, but for this one it seems to be working great for me, so I'm happy with that. So that's the entire collection for NYX Cosmetics and Beetlejuice. Let me know, did you pick this up? Were you interested in it? What are your thoughts on it? Overall, I'll give it a solid, I'll say 8 out of 10. That's my rating on it, 8 out of 10. So let me know what you think about this look, what you think about this video. If you want to see a part 2 of me trying this again, trying different combos, please let me know. I'd be happy to do that. But all of my makeup details of everything else that I use will be listed down below, along with all my social media links, all my discount codes and affiliate links and all that, everything down below. But I think that's it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to put out videos multiple times a week, every other day or so. We'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.